Hey everyone, welcome back to News Nexus. I'm Alina, and today we're diving deep into one of the most important issues facing our world today, the free rider problem. It's a concept that affects everything from the economy to the environment and even our daily lives. But why does it matter? Well, if we don't start understanding it and acting on it, our economy could be in serious trouble. Stick with me as we explore why we all need to cooperate to avoid economic collapse. So let's start by asking, what exactly is the free rider problem? Simply put, it's when individuals or companies benefit from something, like a service or a resource, without paying for it or contributing to it in any way. Think of public goods, things like clean air, public parks, national defense. These are things we all use, but not everyone contributes to maintaining them. Now, the big issue here is that when enough people start free riding, the system begins to fail. If too many people take advantage of these goods without paying for them, the resources get depleted, or the service goes underfunded. And guess what? We all end up worse off. The free rider problem is what happens when the balance of individual benefit and collective responsibility tips too far in favor of individual benefit. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a public park. It's a beautiful space for everyone to relax, play, or have a picnic. The only problem is it requires money to maintain it. Lawn care, cleaning up trash, keeping things safe. Some people in the community pay taxes to keep the park running, while others just show up and enjoy it without chipping in. At first, it seems like no big deal, right? But over time, if enough people stop contributing, the park starts to decline. The grass grows wild, the trash piles up, and maybe the park even gets closed down entirely. Now no one gets to use it and everyone suffers. This is the free rider problem in action. And when it happens on a larger scale, across the economy or even the planet, it can be catastrophic. But it's not just about parks. The free rider problem can affect huge areas of our economy. Take the environment, for example. When businesses or countries choose not to reduce their carbon emissions, assuming others will clean up the mess, they're free riding on the efforts of those who are trying to fix the problem. This is why global climate change is such a massive challenge. If every nation acts in its own self-interest without regard for the greater good, we risk destroying the very systems that sustain life on Earth. And it's not just the environment. Look at public infrastructure, healthcare, and education. All these systems rely on everyone doing their part. The free rider problem isn't just an economic issue, it's also a psychological one. We humans are wired to act in our self-interest. We think, why should I pay for something if I can get it for free? And this mentality makes sense on a small scale. But when everyone thinks like this, the system falls apart. We rely on trust. We trust that others will contribute, so we don't have to. But what happens when no one trusts anyone? When everyone assumes someone else will step in? That's when systems break down. And it gets worse. With the rise of digital technology, the free rider problem has taken on a whole new dimension. Think about social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok. These platforms rely heavily on user-generated content. But only a small fraction of people actually create that content. Most of us just consume it. And guess what? Many of these creators aren't getting compensated fairly for the work they put in. As more and more users take from the platform and contribute less, the quality of content starts to degrade. And if creators aren't incentivized to keep producing, platforms can collapse, or at the very least, stagnate. So what can we do about it? Can we fix the free rider problem before it causes more damage? Well, there are a few solutions. First up, government intervention. If governments impose taxes or regulations, they can force people or companies to contribute to the public good. Think of carbon taxes that make polluters pay for the damage they cause. This ensures that the cost of benefiting from public goods is shared fairly. It's not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. But what if government intervention isn't enough, or not fast enough? That's where voluntary cooperation comes in. Social norms play a huge role in how we behave. If we see others contributing, we're more likely to do the same. Social pressure can work wonders. Just think of how movements like recycling or charity donations have grown over time. And in digital spaces, platforms like Kickstarter and Patreon show how people are willing to contribute to projects they believe in, as long as they trust others will do the same. Another option is market-based solutions. You've probably heard of subscription models like Netflix or Spotify, where people pay for premium content or services. This can help solve the free rider problem online. By paying for access to exclusive content, users contribute to the creators, ensuring that the platform stays alive and thriving. But let's not forget the power of incentives. When people know they're going to get something in return, whether that's recognition, financial rewards, or even just the satisfaction of knowing they're making a difference, they're more likely to contribute. Employers use this in the workplace, and communities use it in volunteering efforts. We all need to feel like our contributions matter. In the end, the free rider problem boils down to this: if we all keep taking and don't give back, the whole system will fall apart. Whether it's the environment, the economy, or the platforms we love to use, we all have a part to play. The solution isn't just about government action or market forces. It's about all of us recognizing that we are stronger when we work together. The free rider problem is a challenge, no doubt about it, but it's one we can solve if we act now and if we're willing to cooperate. So let's not wait for someone else to fix it. Let's do our part and make sure future generations have the resources, infrastructure, and opportunities they deserve. Thanks for watching News Nexus. I'm Alina, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, cooperation isn't just nice, it's necessary.